What's up, world? It's your boy, Bartol. And I just wanted to share something real quick. I got this new job with the state, and they've been asking me, about my past criminal charges. Back in 2014, I had a DUI, and along with that DUI was an assault charge. And they wanted to know what the assault charge was, because on my record, if you look it up, it says assault with a weapon, cause of injury, something like that. And the weapon in that charge was my vehicle, because I drove drunk, and I ended up hitting this other vehicle with somebody in it. And so the state prosecuted me as called the whole thing of an assault charge. I don't want to get too much into that. So now I got a job with the state. Before I could start, they want the judgment. So I gave them the judgment. They want the police report. I couldn't get the police report in time, so I went to the court and asked to see if they had a police report, but they didn't have a police report. But what they did have is a the document of charge, like how the document that's typed out where it says I got charged. Basically, it's like a police report. But anyways, I'm reading this, and man, God's grace is so awesome, and His mercy. I'm getting emotional right now. But I'm reading this piece of paper, and it's talking about when I drove under the influence and hit this other vehicle. This other vehicle had the right of way. I remember coming up to an intersection, and I remember the light was green, and I remember it turned red. And that when it turned red, I didn't want to stop, so I hit the gas. I must have went at least 100 miles an hour, 90, maybe 100, and going, in a 45 mile an hour road. Well, as I come up to the intersection, this car came out of nowhere. All right. Well, I came out of nowhere because I didn't have the right of way because my light was red. Mind you, I'm drunk. I think at the end of all this, I blew like 3 or 4 times over the limit. The piece of paper, the document was saying that there was a witness who saw the whole thing, and the police talked to that person, talked to this witness, and the witness said he remembers. The witness said he remembers, man, and even right now, a car just ran a red light. Lord, I just pray that you would just be with people on these roads, please. I just literally saw someone do the same thing I did, and I thank you that nothing happened. Anyways, there was a witness that I passed. This guy was going 40 miles per hour. He said as I passed him, he felt like he wasn't even moving. That's how fast I was going. And I'm trying to remember, I'm pretty sure I was going 90, 100 miles per hour, maybe even 110. There was a time in my life when I used to drink and drive, and I remember going 110 miles per hour. I don't know if it was this time or not. Anyways, this witness says that I was going so fast, he felt like at 40 miles per hour, he was standing still, on the road. And then so as I go through this intersection with my lights being red, I hit this car. I hit this pickup truck. Now, in the back of the pickup truck, he had a bucket, like a plow bucket. Not like it was a heavy duty plow bucket, like one for like a construction vehicle. And I hit it, and it flew. I remember that night. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning. I remember seeing this bucket like in a parking lot somewhere. I remember when I did the breathalyzer test and the field sobriety test. I remember looking at this bucket, and it was way across over here. Anyways, when I hit this pickup truck, my front end was this close. So this was the year 2014. I had a brand new Jeep Compass, right? 2014 Jeep Compass, and I remember it just almost, when I made contact with this pickup, like the front end just came all the way up towards my face. And then the document was also saying that I barely missed his door. And as I read that, I began to get emotional, and I began to weep, and I just began to think like I could have killed this man. I know this man has a wife, he's got a family, he's got kids, and had I hit in his front door. Like, I barely missed the door. You know, I hit the back end. If I'd have hit the front door, you know, his driver's side door, I would have killed this dude. And I'm just thinking like, wow, Lord, even in my sin, you showed up and you showed grace and mercy. And I believe that the Lord either slowed time down or pushed his vehicle a little bit forward, because I don't believe in coincidence. I believe the Lord intervened and showed me grace and mercy to not take this man's life. You know, I would have been gone, you know, for a long time, and a lot of things would have happened differently in my life. And I'm just here to say that, y'all, even in your sin, the Lord forgives. The Lord shows grace and mercy. If it wasn't for the Lord's mercy, if it wasn't for the Lord's sovereignty, every drunk driver that drives drunk out there will kill somebody. Every single one of them. And I'm just here to testify that, man, God is real. God is gracious, and his mercy endures forever. His mercy is what keeps us together, is what keeps things from happening. His mercy is what is holding, you know, the full force of evil back. And now I'm a living testament. It's been 11 years. I'm not that man anymore. My wife was telling me that, you know, as she's reading this police report, because I showed it to her, as she's reading it, I'm just weeping. And she's like, you know what, if you weren't remorseful, you know, then I'd be worried. But God has definitely changed your heart, and I'm here to tell y'all, God can change your heart no matter what you've done. You know, he had grace and mercy for me in that moment, because I could have killed this man, and those kids would have grown up without a father. And so in that, I just thank the Lord God Almighty for his grace and his mercy and his love. And I'm here to tell y'all, man, God is real, and he is gracious and merciful. You know, he wants us to lay our lives down and love people, love him and love people. So that's all I got for today. You know, just love God. You know, wait on him, call on him, and he'll show up for you.